Okay, I don't know what that is. Uh, M1. I have an M1.
Okay.
Uno.
Yeah. There we are.
Uno.
So
Cuatro.
it kind of the irony of ironies is my source on OBS was NVIDIA RTX voice,
Oh yeah.
which prevented it from streaming.
So now you got no sound.
Well, I didn't. I had no sound, and then I just looked, and now it's my USB PNP microphone, and my sound's fine.
Yeah.
As far as
Okay.
I guess I could check.
You got no sound.
Well, I didn't. I had no
Oh,
sound, and
here.
then I just looked. Yeah,
I hear something. That's fast. Fast. There you go.
we're fast and furious here.
All right, so I put a couple of links in before we dive into this. Just precursor for next couple weeks or whatever. Your birthday's coming up soon, so don't imagine we'll do it that week, right?
No, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. I'm just doing. We're doing something crazy here that I don't want to do. But go on. Keep talking. We're doing something silly.
It's okay. We got to look at the links. I got to wait for you to finish.
Well, yeah, we're not going to see the links right now is the thing. So can you just describe them while I'm figuring this out?
Okay. Well, one of them is
there we go.
one of them is Network Chuck.
Yeah, heard him.
How to set up a free VPN in the cloud using OpenVPN. And my role is more VPN related yet, so that's the stuff that I'm interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And having knowledge in VPN and networking stuff, as you're well aware, doesn't hurt you at all, especially somebody like your buddy there getting Cisco certified.
Yep.
Not a bad move. And then the other one is simulating a site-to-site customer VPN using Open or Strong Swan and AWS. So just one to look at those.
Okay.
But I don't think we'll do those today. Those are just for coming down the pipe. Maybe we do those as a lab, and I'll drive when we're doing that.
Okay.
What's this one? The YouTube one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Network Check's good. I like Network Check.
Yeah. I believe that my colleague there that you branded on LinkedIn recently introduced him to me, and then I introduced him to you.
Correct. That's correct. So he does one setting up a free VPN on AWS Cloud, and he uses Marketplace just for speed rather than setting up your own Open VPN. And in the comments, it talks about during the free tier, it's cheap, but out as soon as it's not free tier, it's the most expensive VPN you could ever have. And I would actually like to know if that's true or not, because he's running the thing on a T2 Micro, which is free tier eligible. And even when it's not free tier, it's like a T2 Micro running all of the time, which you don't need to run it all the time. But a T2 Micro running all of the time, I think, is like $17 a month or something like that.
Mm.
So, and it's your own VPN, not some third-party VPN that says, "Oh, we're not capturing the logs or selling your data," but it's owned by Vladimir Putin, so you know. Who knows? If you're running your own, it's a little you know who's running it basically.
Nice.
Anyway, that's it. That's just a little precursor for stuff.
Did you see this? So there's something new I've never seen on YouTube before. Membership. Get access to exclusive perks when you purchase a membership to this channel.
Yeah, you can join. I've seen this on someone. I've seen some of these on some of the news ones. I don't know what the difference is. Like if they get a cut if you join, like if they get a higher percentage of revenue, or they only get revenue from exclusive content, or what. But yeah, I've seen that. That's I don't know what that's all about. Maybe that's more like the Twitch kind of thing.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
I've never
Interesting.
looked. I've seen it. I've never looked past. I've never looked into it because clicking the subscribe button is free. I don't know about the other one. So
Yeah. Okay. So
all right, let's dive into the certs. The certs.
it's interesting because of the way that I have this giant monitor that you sent me when
Yeah.
I'm talking to you and looking at you where you are on the monitor, it looks like I'm looking across the screen at you. And I am actually looking at where you are on the big monitor. But anyway, that's cool. Did you want to look at the other one too?
Yeah, might as well. The other one is more like what we did before, um, where you'll actually understand some of the stuff. I'd be interested to see. Just look at the diagram.
Oops. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you understand what most of those are from the basics that you've taken so far. I think the only thing that you probably wouldn't have seen yet is the site-to-site VPN and the transit gateway.
Mm.
But site-to-site VPN kind of is
Well,
self-explanatory.
yeah, sure.
And transit gateway is like a VPC peering kind of thing for. It's like a router between your accounts. It's a terrible way to explain it, but um, what this thing is a cloud formation stack. So you have to set up some basic prerequisites, and
Mm.
then you're simulating a VPN between a on-premises data center, which is your on-premises VPC,
Yeah.
and then you have another VPC, which is your cloud VPC.
Mm.
And it says it should take you about 40 minutes. So this is kind of like what we did when we were going through the very beginning, and just going through the steps. If you scroll up or down to the bottom, where it tells you the steps, solution overview, da 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 da. Just go down a little more, down a little more, down a little more. Yeah, do it yourself stuff. Integrate. Oh yeah, there's the cloud formation. There's all the integration with AWS services, which is all the services the thing uses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then setting up the environment. So this is one of those things where you read the whole thing
Yeah.
before you do it, and then read it again before you do it, and then you do it,
Mm.
because inevitably you'll try to hammer through it real quick and get it done in the 40 minutes, and you'll miss something ridiculously simple, which is what I always do. So try to read the instructions at least twice and slow down to read them. That's the other part. Yeah, and then setting up the environment. You would be able to do most of this stuff, I think,
Oh,
without my
yeah.
help.
Yeah. I believe that.
Yeah, and then you install the software, and then you make the VPN work, and test it out and tear it all down. So that might be one stream after we get a couple more certifications, if we could just get bored of the certifications and you want to do something, because I wanted to do this for work, but in the AWS account, they had a security policy that I couldn't make VPCs in the accounts, so I had to
Oh,
go.
I see. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for a non-production account to
Mm.
be able to do these things. I don't think this would cost very much to do in my own account, especially if it got torn down right away. I did. The media elements, I was getting charged like $2 a month, and I'm like, what the hell do I have running that's costing me money? Stupid. And getting a bill for like $8. It's like, God, Jesus. I finally figured it out. It was Route 53 for 50 cents for a zone I wasn't using, and the media encoder input, which I wasn't using, which I was getting charged like $5 a month for.
Oh, that's annoying. That's weird.
Oh, it was super annoying.
All right. Well,
yeah. So that's the preview. That's the preview.
All right. Sneak preview.
Let's jump back into.
Why is this? Oh, because I zoomed it in last time. Okay. Are you able to see that?
Yeah.
Which one should we do?
Let me see. Let me make this bigger. We had the where you went? There was a mode where it was
topic based.
It was section based. Happen here.
Oh, that's weird. I'm not signed in.
You're not signed in, yeah.
It was weird. I thought it was. Because it had my courses popped up.
It did. I think it logged you out.
Must have.
Unless you just not logged in on this tab.
Oh, yeah, that's possible.
It's weird, though.
Topic based.
Yeah, topic based. Let's see what I want to do. All right. So
we're doing it by the ones that are most likely to come up first. So
yeah,
we started with, I think we started with we started with VPC, and then we did IAM.
Okay, why did we start with VPC?
Because it's important. Because it's the most common.
It's also the same on all of the tests.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So if you've taken the VPC course for one of them, you've taken the VPC course for all three of them. That's why that one's important.
So I think it was VPC, IAM, S3.
Yeah, S3. I think S3 would be EC2, or S3 would be the next one.
All right. Well, let's go in alphabetical order.
Yeah, EC2 you should get pretty easy, I think.
Hello. No? Weird.
Is it going somewhere else?
Ah, it's just weird.
Oh, no, it's up there. You just got to click start quiz. It's up there. Topic based EC2. You're on the right.
Okay, it is there. Okay. All right. Hold on. So a company plans to host. Hold on a second. I'm going to just widen this out a bit.
I think you can get rid of the right side too, can't you? Or no?
What do you mean right side?
Well, click the C beside your name, the Corey 2, and then your thing, and then there's that arrow thing. I think you can click that.
It'll take over my whole screen.
Oh, well,
oh, no, it won't. You're right. I didn't know that. I didn't know about that secret. I always just thought that was a full screen.
Doesn't really tell you what it is. There's a midnight.
Just great.
The other one's a midnight mode, probably. Dark mode, if you want to do dark mode.
Now that I know that, I just get this out from behind her big heads. Okay.
All right.
What are we doing? EC2. Okay. A company, and this is design resilient architectures. A company plans to host a web app in an auto-scaling group of Amazon EC2 instances. The application will be used globally by users to upload and store several types of files based on user trends. Files that are older than 2 years must be stored in a different storage class. The solutions architect of the company needs to create a cost-effective and scalable solution to store the old files, yet still provide durability and high availability.
Yeah, so storage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't say anything about multiple computers, so that's not elastic file system, right?
Yeah.
EBS is a weird way to store files. RAID 0 doesn't have anything to do with anything. I think this is a S3 question. Store the files on EBS volumes. Store all file, high availability. Yeah, I think high availability. If you put it on an EBS storage volume on a snapshot, you'd have to mount those volumes to get them. So that's not highly available to me. I think I think it's the 2S3.
And I'll tell you why, though, this one, yeah, but it just says files that are older than 2 years must be stored in a different storage class, right?
Stored in a different storage class, yeah, but standard IA after 2 years is S3, standard infrequent access, which is a different. Oh, yeah. Hang on.
It's a high.
Wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
It says the same thing after 2 years, and so it can't be. Yeah. Can't be both. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. But high availability, right? Well,
high availability would mean the infrequent access and not the glacier.
Yeah.
I believe.
And scalable. Don't forget.
Yeah. Yeah, the EFS IA I don't think is a thing unless that's changed. Like EFS is just elastic file system, so I don't think that's it. The EBS volume ones now that schedule snapshots. To schedule snapshots of the volumes after 2 years, data lifecycle manager. That's a long time to wait for a snapshot. Store the file. It'll work though. So either they tricked us with the S3 after 2 years, and it is to S3 after 2 years, or they tricked us with the EBS volume. Either way, they tricked us.
All right, let's go with half your answer and half my answer.
Okay.
Ha ha!
Yeah, the EBS one.
No, they tricked you. I got it right.
No. I had this right. That's what I said. The original one.
You told me it can't be both of these, but it is both of these.
It's a question. It's not that it can't be both of those. I didn't say out loud that I changed my mind on that.
Oh, okay.
But it was an S3 question. Like, it can't be both, but it can be one of them.
Oh, like options. Gotcha. Yeah, it makes sense. I like, you wouldn't think they would have two different answers. I get what.
Why would you would make a policy to do something after 2 years to do this, and then to make a policy on the same thing after 2 years to do that? Doesn't really make any sense. But if you're only doing one, either or, then it makes sense.
Okay, gotcha. But and then this one pretty much says what you said, like why it doesn't make sense. The snapshots.
Yeah. 2 years to make a snapshot. It's really a long time.
Okay, question 2. A company has a cloud architecture that is composed of Linux and Windows EC2 instances that process high volumes of financial data 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. To ensure high availability of the systems, the solution's architect needs to create a solution that allows them to monitor the memory and disk utilization metrics of all instances. Which of the following is the most suitable monitoring solution to implement?
I already know this one because I live this one.
I haven't even got to the answers yet because I
Yeah.
read the question again and I just had to reread it again.
Yeah, oh, good.
Is it the inspector?
No.
Oh, okay. Keith, wow me. Tell me what's going on.
All right, so they're gonna hammer this one home, and I was looking at the Cloud Guru Linux Academy courses, and apparently you can't buy just a single course anymore. So I have to figure that out. Um, and if you want to do it for a couple of months, I can get it for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
It's like $30 a month, and then just cancel it after you're done. But I don't obviously. I want to make sure you're using it to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
So whenever you're ready to do that, let me know.
Okay.
When you do take the courses, one of the things that they drill into you for CloudWatch, and CloudWatch is a big part of this one. CloudWatch has a thing called standard metrics and custom metrics, and memory and disk are not standard metrics; they're custom metrics.
Yeah.
The only way to get custom metrics is to install the CloudWatch agent onto the EC2 machine, configure it to grab memory and disk data, and then view the custom metrics in the CloudWatch console. So there's only one answer here, knowing that. Because there is no default CloudWatch configuration for EC2 instances. You just get standard metrics. So that doesn't make any sense. Enhanced monitoring just means that instead of every 5 minutes, it comes at every 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say anything about 1 minute in there? Nothing, right? Yeah. No. So that's not enhanced monitoring. That's just regular monitoring, which is every 5 minutes. And Amazon Inspector, I don't know what that is, but I know it's not right.
All right. There you go.
Yeah. This is I know this one.
Yeah, gotcha. Company deployed a high-performance computing cluster that spans multiple EC2 instances across multiple availability zones and processes various wind simulation models. Currently, the SAE is experiencing a slowdown in their applications, and upon further investigation, it was discovered that it was due to latency issues, which is the most suitable solution that solutions architect should implement to provide low latency network performance necessary for tightly coupled node-to-node communication of the HPC cluster.
I don't remember why, but this is something to do with placement groups. I don't know why. So
well, I was going to choose that one based on the process of elimination.
Yeah, direct connect is like connect your office to AWS.
Yeah, I thought so.
EC2 dedicated instance, nothing to do with anything, I think.
And you wouldn't, if it's multiple availability zones, you wouldn't put a placement group within a single availability zone in the same region, or would you?
No, I don't think so.
So you'd spread a placement group across multiple availability zones in multiple AWS regions.
Yeah, I think that's right, but I have no idea why.
It doesn't. The only thing, the false flag alarm just went off, which was there. It doesn't say anything about multiple regions. It just says multiple availability zones in the question.
Oh yeah. Set up a cluster and oh, maybe it is a single placement group. Yeah, yeah. Right, you can't have it in multiple AWS regions. I don't think you can have anything in multiple regions. I don't think that works. So I think it has to be the fourth one.
Okay, let's give that a shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice catch.
Thanks.
I don't know anything about placement groups. I don't know what they do, what it's about. I just know that's the answer.
Yeah, so exactly what I said, and it's incorrect because using a placement group is valid for this particular scenario. You can only set up a placement group in a single, which you said, you can
Yeah.
only set up a placement group in a single AWS region.
I don't think there's many things.
Oh,
So if it was in multiple regions, I think that has to be a global service, right? Like S3. Although I still don't understand.
although it says I don't either, but it says a spread placement group can span multiple availability zones in the same region.
In region. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That makes sense. Yeah, so read up on that one.
Okay, that makes sense.
Very good.
You're automating the creation of EC2 instances in your VPC, hence you wrote a Python script to trigger the Amazon EC2 API to request 50 EC2 instances in a single availability zone. However, you notice that after 20 successful requests, subsequent requests were failed. What could be a reason for this issue, and how would you resolve it? Or
Yeah, thank you.
I'm guessing that one.
Is there one? There's not. There's nothing that says you can put the answers close to the top. Yeah, thank you. No. Different region, retry the failed request. By default. Yeah, this is weirdly worded.
Mm-hmm.
It is right though. There's I think a soft limit of 20 instance types that you can have in a region.
Yeah.
And to get more instance types in the region, you need to put in a limit increase request. But there's a CPU on limit per region, which is why subsequent increase. I think it's the last one, but it's weird because number 2 and number 3, it's just going to fail again. Or you're going to have 20 in one region and 20 in 20 in AZ and then one in a different AZ.
That's actually, yeah, you're right. That's a silly solution. Select a different availability zone, retry the failed request. That won't do anything. Like the first, like this could be true. But if that's the case, it would do the same thing because it's
in a different
per availability zone.
Yeah, I think this question is you need to make a limit increase.
Yeah, makes sense.
And there's lots of those like CloudFormation stacks have a limit. Everything has a limit, and then most of the limit increases are just software. Like you put it in and it automatically gets approved. Like there's no people involved. Like if you said, "Hey, I want another 20 EC2s," it would just be like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. An organization needs to provision a new Amazon EC2 instance with a persistent block storage volume to migrate data from its on-premise network to AWS. The required maximum performance for the storage volume, or not storage volume. Oh, it is storage volume. Storage volume is
Yeah.
64,000 IOPS. In this
Yeah.
scenario, which of the following can be used to fulfill this requirement?
Oh man, I forgot this stuff. Who wants persistent block store volume to migrate data from its on-premise network? Yeah, I don't think it's EFS. And I don't think
Actually,
it's.
it could be this.
Yeah, I think that uh, yeah, I think it's that one. I think it's anything with the SSD. Oh no, you had it right. What's the nitro based?
The AWS Nitro system is the underlying platform for the latest generation of EC2 instances that enables AWS to innovate faster, further reduce the cost of the customers, and deliver added benefits like increased security and new instant types.
I'm gonna search when that. I'm gonna search when that came out, so I feel better about myself.
Twenty 2017.
No, incorrect.
It says right here,
No.
Nitro was first launched in 2017 and was featured on the C5 instance type.
La 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 la. Yeah, okay. That's that's pretty much what happens every time I go down that path. Anyways,
Oh, let's
okay.
I think it's about, like, honestly, it's like 50-50. Because sometimes it's like came out since we've been studying.
Yeah, yeah.
A company
Which,
needs, sorry,
oh, no, go ahead. I
a
know
comp,
this one.
a,
I think you'll get this one. We got this one before.
oh, a comp, a comp, a company needs to deploy at least 2 EC2 instances to support the normal workloads of its application and automatically scale up 6 EC2 instances to handle the peak load. The architecture must be highly available and fault tolerant as it is processing mission critical workloads. As a solutions architect of the company, what should you do to meet the above requirement? Boom! No, I haven't even read it. I'm just
So
kidding.
I'm
Okay.
gonna let you go over this one because this one is one of the ones that's gonna take a while on the test, and it's better to practice this now because
Mm.
it's a mind bender. So you essentially, what's it say? Can you go back to the? You need scale up to. It needs a minimum of what?
2.
Minimum of 2. Scale up to 6. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Create auto scaling group EC2 instances. Set the minimum capacity to 4 and maximum to 6. Deploy 2 instances in zone A, another 2 instances in zone B. Yeah, I think that's right.
And I say that because each availability zone has to have a minimum of 2, and for mission critical workloads, just for backup. That's why I chose that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good. Those are the ones. It's like the Johnny left the train station at 2 o'clock, and I hate those questions. Anyway.
Yep. That one made sense. So it was just gonna think about your maths.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's probably the thing. You just think there's a giant word problem.
Well, yeah, and we've done a couple of certifications and that, but that's like real life issues that I have doing speaker counts and
Yeah.
for work. The media company that you're working for has a video transcoding application running on EC2. Each EC2 instance pulls a queue to find out which video should be transcoded and then runs a transcoding process. If this process is interrupted, the video will be transcoded by another instance based on the queuing system. This application has a large backlog of videos which need to be transcoded. Your manager would like to reduce this backlog by adding more EC2 instances. However, these instances are only needed until the backlog is reduced. In this scenario, which type of Amazon EC2 is the most cost-effective type to use? I think it's this one.
Yeah, it's that one. And the reason is because if this process is interrupted, the video will be transcoded by another instance based on the queuing system.
So
it doesn't care. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You know that game I played, the murder one that I've been streaming lately?
Yeah.
I've just been thinking about it because it has to be cloud based because of how it works. But that's 5 humans playing against each other live.
Yeah.
Just like, and people from all over the world. Recently, they put on their social media that there were 105,000 people playing the game at the same time.
Simultaneously, yeah. And that's all microservices and probably AWS and
Well, that's what I was thinking.
queues and
Auto scaling. People
auto
get
scaling. Yeah, all that shit. Spotting all the shit.
And when it breaks down, people are getting mad, and I'm like, do you understand what a miracle this game is? This doesn't even make sense. Like,
yeah, it shouldn't work.
It shouldn't work, but it does, and it has like if you press the escape key, the latency of every person, their by millisecond pops up, or microsecond, whatever it is. But anyway, just on a side, because I was just thinking about it. I think about AWS every now and then. I'm just like,
I saw one. Yeah, it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
There's a reason the guy's going to be a trillionaire.
Oh yeah.
In a few months.
All right, you ready? Or do you have something to aside?
No, I was watching some guy on the Bubba game doing it was like a farming simulation game, which is like, oh, I could play this one.
Yeah, I have that on the PS4. Yeah.
I can probably watch one of those.
You know what's funny about that game is it gave me motion sickness when I played it.
Oh really?
You can never tell what's gonna do it. But it might not today, but it did when I was playing. Oh man.
What was there? Another one, driving a tractor. It's like a farming simulator.
Yeah, the farm simulator. That's what I'm talking about. Like you do everything. Like you plant trees, pull trees, till the soil. It's just all farm equipment. It's pretty cool. And it's real. It's like a flight simulator, but for farms. A multinational corporate and investment bank is regularly processing steady workloads of accruals, loan interests, and other critical financial calculations every night at 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. on their on-premises data center for their corporate clients. Once this process is done, the result are then uploaded to the Oracle General Ledger, which means that the processing should not be delayed nor interrupted. The CTO has decided to move their IT infrastructure to AWS and save costs and improve the scalability of their digital financial services. As the senior solutions architect, how can you implement a cost-effective architecture in AWS for their financial system?
All right, so one thing that stands out to me in that question is it can't be interrupted until it's finished.
Yeah.
Processing should not be delayed nor interrupted. So spot instances,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
The dedicated host one, that doesn't make any sense to me at all. On-demand instances would not be the cheapest. Yes, I think it's scheduled, reserved. If you want it the cheapest, does it say cheapest?
That's what I'm looking for right now. To
Implemented
say, well,
cost.
they said to save cost.
Yeah, save cost,
Save cost.
cost effective.
And improve scalability.
Yeah, cost effective. That's the most expensive.
This one here?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. Yep.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. On demand is the most expensive.
Nice. Woohoo!
All right, put it in the paper. Put it in the paper.
Yep. We win again.
Yeah. Which one did I get wrong?
Well, there's the one that you said you changed your mind on that I clicked too fast.
Okay, that one. Yeah.
That one, so we won't count that one.
Whatever.
But there are two wrong, I know. But this one, I get. But
You got it right.
To be fair, this was just a guess.
Yeah.
For me, but
Can you read this one?
It's context clues from things that you were saying and some of my knowledge. An Amazon EBS volume, block storage, the device that you can attach to your instance. After you attach a volume to an instance, you can use it as you would use a physical hard drive. EBS volumes are flexible. The Nitro system is the underlying platform. Faster, reduced cost customers. I read this before, but let's go here.
Go down at the bottom of it.
ABS is a persistent block storage volume. It can persist independently from the life of an instance, since the scenario requires you to have an EBS volume with up to 64,000 IOPS. You have to launch a Nitro-based EC2 instance. Hence,
so you must. I see that a lot in that. You must launch a Nitro. I don't remember this in my test. It's okay.
Oh, that's weird. Oops. I see what I did. Anyway,
that's good. Not bad.
Not bad. So we got 9 minutes because I do have some stuff to do. So
yeah. Okay.
Do you want to do one more?
Yeah.
Try and just power through it.
SQS probably short.
Hello.
Need a VPN. There you go. Sending too many pack. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Four questions.
Good guess. A company has a web-based ticketing service that utilizes Amazon SQS and a fleet of EC2 instances. The EC2 instances that consume messages from the SQS queue are configured to pull the queue as often as possible to keep end-to-end throughput as high as possible. The solutions architect noticed that polling the queue in tight loops is using unnecessary CPU cycles, resulting in increased operational costs due to empty responses. In this scenario, what should the SA do to make it more cost effective?
Oh yeah, this was I don't remember why, but I think it's the first one.
Configure Amazon SQS to use short polling by setting the receive message wait time seconds to a number greater than 0.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember any of this.
So a company has a web-based ticketing system, consumes messages from the queue, configured to pull the queue as often as possible to keep end-to-end throughput. So it means just it goes to the next thing in the queue as fast as possible. So
Yeah.
if it's greater than 0, the minimum would have to be 1. If it's whole numbers.
Yeah.
So it'd be a 1
Or
second
wait
wait
time
between.
second to 0. Actually, wait time second to 0, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's either the second one or the fourth one. And I don't know the difference between short polling and
No,
long polling.
it's the third one. So it was configure to it's just long polling. That was what I thought it was in between these two.
Yeah.
No, it says greater than 0 though, so I don't know why.
I'll have to read that one later.
Yeah, I don't really understand that.
Yeah.
An investment bank has a distributed batch processing application, which is hosted in an auto-scaling group of spot EC2 instances with an SQS queue. You configured your components to use client-side buffering so that calls made from the client will be buffered first and then send a batch request to SQS. What is a period of time during which the SQS queue prevents other consuming components from receiving and processing a message?
I think it's visibility timeout.
Yeah.
Don't do anything until this is done. I think that's what that means.
The startup company that you're working for has a batch job application that is currently hosted on an EC2 instance. It is set to process messages from a queue created in the SQS with default settings. You configured the application to process the messages once a week. After 2 weeks, you notice that not all messages are being processed by the application. What is the root cause of the issue?
What's that one say? Amazon automatically deleted the message?
Amazon SQS has automatically deleted the messages that have been in a queue for more than the maximum message retention period.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, that makes sense. Set queue attributes. Sorry, I just saw that. I can't go back, but an e-commerce application is using a fan-out messaging pattern for its order management system. From every order, it sends an Amazon NS message to an SNS topic, and the message is replicated and pushed to multiple Amazon SQS for parallel asynchronous processing. A spot EC2 instance retrieves the message from each SQS queue and processes the message. There was an incident that while an EC2 instance is currently processing message, the instance was abruptly terminated and the processing was not completed in time. In this scenario, what happens to the SQS message?
Just for time, dead letter queue.
Boom. Boom. Yep.
No.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Just kidding. I didn't even read it. When the message visibility timeout expires, the message becomes available for processing by other EC2 instances.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. You got anything else? Let's look at the
No.
hold on. Let's look at this.
50%.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's all right. For zero training, 50% is not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But yeah, I want to kind of keep these short, even if we do have extra time.
That's good.
And short and sweet. Tickle our brains a little bit every now and then.
Yeah.
Work on that gray matter. See if I can get solutions architect within a timely manner.
Oh yeah. So one of the things I was gonna tell you, I might have told you this before. Once I got to like this point, I started applying for jobs that I had no business applying for.
Yeah.
Like Elastic Pass, who I actually got an interview with them, and they're like, well, we don't really know what to do with you. And I'm okay, well, that's fine. Tell me what I need to learn,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So maybe you might be at that point to start reaching out to recruiters. And I have a recruiter in mind. I'll send you the thing. And they're good for interview practice, and they're good for finding out what is out there in the market. And the last thing I learned, control tower. That's what all the clients are asking for now. AWS control tower. So do a little Google search for that, and then we'll be done.
What is it? AWS?
Yeah.
AWS.
Yeah.
Govern a new secure multi-account AWS environment.
Yeah. So I'll just explain this to you rather than watching the little video. Well, it just tells you everything there. Sets up a landing zone in your account with all of your security best practices in place. With the AWS accounts, they use this thing called AWS organizations. If you have AWS control tower, any new account that you create automatically gets put into the OU with all your security policies, best practices, etc., etc., etc. So you can automate your account making because the old client that we used to have, they'd ask us for an account, and because of all the config policies, security policies, guard policy, all the crap that we had to do, it would take about a week. That takes that whole thing and makes all of your security policies the same across the board, pretty much automatically. Takes stuff that took a week for us to do and changes it to less than an hour or so.
Noise.
So all of the multi-account customers that use accounts want this thing really badly. So.
Oh, let's go. What a good idea. Yeah. You've done it again, Bezos or whoever the new guy is. Who's the new CEO?
I don't know. Andrew Jassy, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a whole thing. Yeah, that's it.
All right, cool. All right. Well, without further ado, thanks for coming to the stream. Like and subscribe.
You can subscribe.
All right. We're out.